Hey everybody, welcome back. Trailer reaction time. And I'm about falling over Christmas presents I got wrapped in the floor because I got nowhere else to put them. Welcome to trailer reaction. That's what we do here, and this is going to be a slightly different, unique one from what I normally do. Today we're here to look at teaser trailer number 1. It should be called number 1 because we know more are coming over the coming weeks. For our first look at Avengers Doomsday. So this is the one where Doomsday comes to kill Superman, right? All right, you had enough time to rage comment. Obviously, I know what I'm talking about. I know that's not this. So this is, it's a teaser trailer. It's not much. It's maybe a minute. Let me do the spiel and then I'll talk about it real quick. So if you want to see this trailer without my spieling face in the way, there's a link in the description below or something's popping up right about now. You can click on that, check it out. Come on back, watch me watch this, and then we'll geek out over it together because the movie is going to be geek out worthy. The teaser, I don't know. Mostly because I have not seen it, okay? But I basically have heard everything about it. And there's not a lot to it. There's no surprises for me to be had here. So don't be expecting that. I usually like to see these things completely cold. Like I've never seen them before. This did play before Avatar. But while I was in the theater. But I recognized immediately that's what it was going to be. So I did my little close my eyes and kind of gently push my fingers in my ears and out so it creates like air noise so I don't hear it either. But that's not where I saw it. I've just heard everything online and everything about it. So this is the first of 4 Doomsday teasers we'll be seeing this month. At least the other ones I'm less likely to see, though I am going back to see Avatar Fire and Ash again after the holidays because that movie is so cool. So yeah, but without further ado, let's actually watch this thing so I can talk about what I like and maybe don't like about it. We'll see, right? You know, I mean, sometimes I don't like things. It's rare, but sometimes. All right, let's watch. This would be a lot cooler if it hadn't been spoiled for me. I honestly thought there was a little bit more to it than that. That was even way shorter than I thought. But I definitely have some thoughts, so we'll use this opportunity to talk a little bit about this. Was he de-aged? Looks kind of de-aged there. Now, granted, maybe it's not the final effects if that's the case. Okay. I knew he had a kid because it had been spoiled for me, but that would have been a nice little surprise. Also, his return should have been a nice little surprise if we weren't kind of already told by the pre-marketing marketing. This is one of the things that sucks about being into doing trailer reactions and, you know, having to follow online a lot of this stuff. I end up knowing a lot more stuff than I want. I do pine for the days of seeing trailers for the first time in a theater and not knowing what they are until they reveal themselves. I think that's lost for a lot of people. And then I think there's now at this point been a whole generation that's never experienced that. You know, they grew up online with all the trailers online. But even now it's like, well, okay, we could see the Odyssey. It didn't come on the internet for like almost a week. It's like, but yeah, but you were told it was going to be there. So you know what I'm saying? So, but that said, this looks cool. I like the gimmick. I like the gimmick of the Doomsday Clock. I'm really intrigued to see how we're going to do this. I do appreciate that they are kind of reuniting all the classic characters. I mean, I like all the new characters for the most part. Most of the Marvel shows, almost all the Marvel shows, me and Mary, we have very much enjoyed. Secret Invasion is not one of those. That is firmly something I did not like. That was absolutely squandered opportunity. I mean, there's a moment or two of coolness in it, but just overall, like, whew, what were we doing with that? You know, so so I'm still firmly in on the Marvel camp. You know, I love my universes. It's Marvel's not quite the same as, say, a Star Wars or an Avatar, where even if it's something where the story's not clicking for me, I can still enjoy it because I'm existing in that world while I'm watching it. Although most of the story, well, Avatar, I love the stories, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying if the story ever didn't do it for me, which has not been the problem so far. There's been no problems, actually, other than just takes so damn long between. But hey, good things come to those who wait. You know, so Marvel is a little more character-based for me, and story can be important. But I do appreciate the vastly interconnected Marvel world they have woven. So it'd be nice to see if they can get stuff back on track. I do, you know, I could tell there was a quality dip. Even with stuff I liked, it still wasn't as good as most of the things had been. And I think they've been pulling back out of that. I think things have been getting better and better, and I've seen more of an upswing on the quality of things again. Like, you know, Deadpool Wolverine was phenomenal. Loved Fantastic Four. Hell, I even loved Captain America Brave New... Well, love might be a little strong. Captain America Brave New World. I think everybody would have liked that movie a lot more had they not put the Red Hulk in all of the marketing. Because then that would have been such a much better, bigger surprise reveal. You know, but hey, what are you going to do? Suits are going to suit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm excited for Avengers Doomsday. Of course, I'm going to be there day one. I want to see how it unfolds. I guess we have a Thor trailer coming. Who's the third? Because I'm pretty sure we get a Doom trailer at the end. What are the 4 trailers we're getting? I know one of them for sure is Thor. Well, who else is an original? I don't think they would do one for the Hulk. Or Black Widow. I can't do Iron Man. I guess they could do an Iron Man one. What are the 4 Marvel Doomsday teasers coming? Let's see if we can figure this out. Yeah, Cap, Thor. Oh, Doctor Doom. And a final broad trailer. Okay. Okay. Interesting. And of course, you know, we were told Steve Rogers, Captain, we were told he wasn't going to be in this, so we'll see. Although it's also interesting, maybe that wasn't DH. Was that digital? Do you think that was a digital Steve Rogers completely? And actually, why am I blanking on his name? I can almost see it's on the tip of my tongue. He's a Chris, right? Yeah, he's a Chris. Not Stone. No, Stone. Not Pratt. Not Hemsworth. Chris. Oh my God. Not Pine. Are you kidding me? I can think of every Chris except Evans. Chris Evans. Oh, oof. That was going to plague me. He was pretty adamant he wasn't in this, I thought. So, but, you know, what are actors but professional liars? So, all right, cool. I'm definitely down. I'm sorry it was so short. Hopefully you got some value out of this video. I'm sure I'll do the other ones, and hopefully at least one of those I will not have seen or had anything spoiled. It's also hard to, like, complain. I want to complain sometimes about people spoiling trailers, but as much feedback, as much pushback as you get when you complain about people spoiling movies, I can't imagine the amount of pushback I'd get for, like, complaining about people spoiling trailers. But then again, most people don't quite appreciate the art of trailers as much as I do. I'm not trying to, like, put myself on a pedestal. I'm just saying I love trailer art, and a lot of people don't see that as that. A lot of execs certainly don't see it as that. And you know what else I'm going to make this a point too, because what was it? Amazon, this is totally unrelated, but it is about the art of trailers. Amazon apparently did a AI generated recap for Fallout, and it turned out awful, and they had to scrap it. And that makes me mad, because what is a recap except a reverse trailer? That was one of my favorite things I did back when I was doing the first season of Girl Scene. Was I loved the challenge of cutting trailers for those episodes, but it was even more exciting to have to cut the previously on. Like, what are the core beats you need to know to really follow through on the story in case you didn't see that or you need to be reminded? Like, the art of that is also very much an art, and I don't think that's something that AI can do. And again, I'm just, so I don't get everybody's panties in a bunch. I'm not completely against AI for, like, proper things, you know, to make quality of life better, but AI has no place in art. Generative AI. There's certain things, like, I mean, hell, we're using AI for a lot of stuff already, but you know what I mean? I'm talking what the broad public considers AI when they talk about it. I don't know. There's a lot of subtleties there that I'm not getting into. Anyways, excited for Avengers Doomsday. I'm excited when human beings do human being things, because art is quintessential to the experience of being a human being. Unfortunately, we've now an entire generation that has been raised not really being taught that. And it's sad. when I see people like I saw like, oh God, I'm just ranting, aren't I? There was a whole poll like, hey, which of these things would you give up forever? And it's like weed and beer and football and sex and pizza and music. And I saw quite a few people saying music. They could live without music. And that baffles me to my core. I'm not saying they're wrong or anything. I just cannot fathom that. Like, damn, like music is everywhere too. How can you can't escape music? How can you live without music? That's weird. That's wild. Anyways, comment below about anything I talked about. I don't know. I'm just having fun. This is the last bit of a YouTube I'm doing until after Christmas. Although I still need to go cook a couple more things and wrap half my presents. The other presents I ran out of paper last night, so I couldn't get them all. Anyways, I'm going to do all that and some other stuff. So comment below. Let me know. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Other than that, you can click the thumbs up button. Give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. It's a little mantra type thing I picked up years ago to start saying, and everybody fell in love with it. Not everybody, of course. So, you know, if you're into it and it works for you, that makes me happy. I love when people meet me in public and are like, hey, can we do the thing together? It's like, yeah, heck yeah, let's do it. I like making people happy. So that's what I do. Even the people that I infuriate are then happier because they get to make fun of me. So, all right, cool, whatever. I don't, like, I care. You know whose opinions matter to me? Mine, my father, and my wife. Not in that order. And I guess her folks too, but, you know, because they're awesome. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, all right. So we say the thing together. That's where we are. All right, we will get through this. We will get through this together. I swear I've had like 3 sips of wine. I haven't even really been drinking yet. I'm just exhausted from doing that day before Christmas Eve run around and through the mall and all these shops and exhausted from like juggling 1,000 things in my head. And I'm hoping tomorrow, other than cooking a few things like Christmas dinner or Christmas Eve dinner and everything, that I can finally just chill for a few days. That'd be lovely. All right. We said it together, right? Yeah, go check out my music anywhere you listen to music. Look up Eric Butts, try a couple of songs, get excited for more stuff. Until then, there's still plenty of video game Let's Plays coming, food and cooking videos, and filmmaking is back on the table at some point. All that and more you can follow right here, or go to ericbutts.com for all your funky butts fun. There's more with the links in the description below, so click that see more button to see more butts. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go edit these things and schedule some videos so I can be done with YouTube for like 3 days. And I'll see you all at the movies.